So look, right? Welcome back to All This Math. This is Professor Parker. Please make sure you are already subscribed to the All This Math YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Make sure you share this video with some other people. All right, at least 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8 other people. All right. Now, what are we gonna get into today? So you see behind me, there's a multiplication problem. Negative 39 times 18. So this is a 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problem, right? Negative 39 times 18. Now, if you out there watching this, right, and you might follow me on Facebook, you might follow me on Instagram, you may notice that what I do on a daily basis is I post these types of problems on my notes, right? Like by my story, like if you go to my story, you can see like one of these math problems. Sometimes it might be a multiplication problem, sometimes it might be a division problem, sometimes it might be an addition problem or subtraction problem with a little music in the background, right? So my whole goal with doing that is to give us practice with doing mental math, right? But I think some of us, if we do the problems, we actually probably just grab the calculator out and just like type it in the calculator to get the answer, right? But my goal and intent is actually for us to use some mental math strategies. So what I'm about to do right now is show you one of many mental math strategies that you can use to find the product of these two factors, all right, or the multiple of these two factors, right? I'm gonna call it a product. The product of these two factors. Negative 39 is a factor, positive 18 is a factor. The product is the result when you multiply two or more numbers together. All right. So look, one of the things that I might do is I want to create like what I call a happy number. Now, happy numbers end in zero. That's what happy numbers do, right? Happy numbers end in zero. So, and actually, what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna act like that negative 39 is not even there, right? Well, actually, you know what? Because I just thought of something that might throw me off. Actually, I'm not even gonna mess with the negative 39. I'm gonna mess with the 18, since that's positive, right? So I'm gonna break this 18 up into, well, actually not break it up, but I'm gonna convert it into 20 minus 2. All right, so this is gonna become 20 minus 2. Now, recognize this. 18 is equivalent to 20 minus 2, because 20 take away 2 is 18. All right? Now, I want you to understand why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I could either multiply negative 39 times 18, and actually, let's forget about the fact that it's negative for a second. We don't got to worry about the fact that it's negative until the end. All we got to do is just make our final answer negative, because one of the rules of mathematics is that whenever you multiply a negative number by a positive number, your product is always going to be negative, right? So negative times positive is always going to be negative, all right? So if I multiply 39 times a number that ends in 0, that makes the math easier. That makes the multiplication easier, all right? So we call this a happy number. When I think of happy, not H-A-P-P-Y, I think of happy, H-A-P-I, like the Happy River, which was the original name for the Nile River way back in the day, like 4,000 years ago, you know, with our ancestors out in ancient Kemet, before the land was called Egypt, right? So this is like a happy number, but it makes me think of our ancestors in ancient Kemet. At any rate, I'm gonna do 39 times 20, but the way I do 39 times 20 is I pretended that 0 is not even there. So I'm really doing 39 times 2 because we're dealing with the base 10 system. So I'm gonna do 39 times 2, and then I'm gonna just attach a 0 to that, which really is the same thing as expanding it by 10, right? Or multiplying that product by 10. So again, I'm gonna act like this 0 is not even here, right? I'm gonna do 39 times 2. Now, right away, like right now, you might not be able to do all this in your head. I could do all this in my head. Why? Not because I was born a genius or nothing like that, but just because I've been practicing for a long time. I've been doing these problems for a minute, right? I've been teaching how to do these problems for a minute, right? That's why I know how to do this. You can too, right? So don't get all like frustrated or discouraged if it feels like, oh, this is too much. It's going over my head. I don't get it. I don't understand. No, calm down. Calm down. It's cool. It's going to be all right. Don't even worry about it, all right? So 39 times 2, the way I do that, there's a couple ways you could do that, but I would do it like this. I would take the 39, break it up. In my mind, that's what I'm doing. I'm breaking the 39 up into 30 and 9. 30 and 9. 30 and 9, because 30 plus 9 is 39. Now, in case you forgot what I said, I'm not even worried about that negative sign right now. I'm going to act like this is a positive, because all I got to do is at the end of the problem, throw the negative sign on the answer because I know negatives times positives always equal a negative product. So I don't even really care that it's a negative 39 right now. That's not going to really affect things until the end of the problem. All right, so I'm going to do 30 times 2, which is 60. And why am I doing 30 times 2? Because I'm acting like the zero is not here to make the math easier. So 30 times 2 is 60, and 9 times 2 is 18. Add the 60 and the 18. What's 60 plus 18? 78. Because 60 plus 10 is 70, 70 plus 8 is 78. All right, now, so 39 times 2 is 78. But again, we took that zero off, we got to reattach that zero. So 78 with a zero attached to it is 780, right? 780. All right, now we also got to do 39 times 2, right? Again, because that's a 2 right there. We already did 39 times 2. Why did I put a minus sign? Because that's a minus sign. Put a minus sign because that's a minus sign. Put a minus sign because that's a minus sign. 39 times 2, we already know it's 78. So put 780 minus 78. Now, when we find the difference between these two numbers, when you subtract, your result is called a difference. That's the mathematical terminology we use most often. You'll see that in a lot of textbooks and in a lot of math curricula. The difference is the result from doing subtraction. So now we just got to do 780, take away 78. And I know that 78 is very close to 80. So it's almost like I could, if I wanted to, I could round this up to 80. I think this is called people call this the rounding and compensating method. So I could round this up to 80, do 780, take away 80, which is going to be an even 700, and then add the 2 back to 700, which is 702. So that's 702. And remember, our final answer needs to be negative because a negative times a positive always equals a negative. So this is not, our final answer is not a positive 702. It's going to be a negative 702. And that's our final answer. All right. Now it does make sense, yeah, because if it was 40 times 18, that'd be like doing 40 times, that'd be doing like 4 times 18, which is 720. Oh, it's another way to do it. Check this out real quick. If I treated this 39 like it was a 40 instead, like I rounded up to 40, and then I did 40 times 18, and this is, again, this is why it's so good to know your multiplication facts by heart, because then you can do a lot of mental math real easy. You got what we call numerical and mathematical flexibility, right? You can use a lot of different methods to get to the answer. 40 times 18 is like doing 4 times 18 and just attaching a 0 to that product. 4 times 18 is 72, right? Because 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 8 is 32. 40 plus 32 is 72. So 4 times 18 is 72. Attach the 0. That's 720, right? But we only want 39 18s. We don't want 40 18s. Because think about what multiplication is. We're saying how much would I have altogether if I had 18 39 times, or if I had 39 18 times. The way I'm doing it, I'm saying, okay, I got 18 40 times because I did 40 times 18. But that's too many 18s. That's too many. That's one too many. I only want 39 of them. But I multiplied because the math was easier. That's why I manipulated the problem, because the math was easier. 40 times 40 18s gives me 720. That's 720. But that's 118 too many. So all I got to do is subtract that extra 18. That's going to be 720 minus the 18, which is going to give me 702. Now, why is it negative? Because we're still multiplying a negative times a positive. Negative 702. So I told you, it's a lot of ways to do these problems. That's one of the things I like about math. Math provides a lot of options, right? So if you on my Facebook page, on my Facebook note, or on my Instagram page, on my Instagram note, and you see one of these problems, what I want you to do, if you can, is practice using these mental math strategies to do the multiplication or the division or the addition or subtraction or whatever it look like. All right? So like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Make sure you share this video with somebody else. And make sure you subscribe. All right? I'll see you on the next video. Peace.